What's going on YouTube? It's Brazen back here with another video for you guys. If you guys are enjoying the content, if you guys want to hit a like down below, subscribe if you guys are new here, and leave a comment letting me know you subscribe so I can welcome you to the family. And that being said, cue intro. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Madden 20 video for you guys. Here today I'm going to be going over the best sniping filters in Madden 20. So at this point in the year, if you're done with solo challenges and you maybe don't feel like playing 100% online, and maybe you don't want to do like get a player packs or MUT draft or things like that, you may be wanting to snipe filters, and I just wanted to kind of go over the best ones in my opinion, and basically how you can find your own and how to get good snipes consistently. So the first thing you're always going to want to do, in my opinion, on sniping is check out sets and figure out prices of players or just expensive players that maybe you want to go for or that you think would be great snipes. So for this, I'm going to use legend pieces. You could also use something like ultimate legend pieces, because obviously ultimate legends, they come out every week and people are dropping the pieces a lot, because when you do the solo challenges you do get the free pieces and things like that. But I'm just going to use legends that I obviously know are expensive right now. One of them is going to be the Okoye, and then we know that you could also do someone like where is he? Down here still more. Lawrence T should be down here. Did I already pass him? There he is, Lawrence T. Just people that maybe their cards are going for more than most people think for that overall, and you can just snipe legend pieces pretty easily because you can filter them down pretty well. So what you're going to want to do is first start with the full legend or whatever the set is that you want to do. You could do this with MUT heroes, flashbacks, heavyweights. What you're going to want to do is find the price point that most cards are going for. What you want to do is find a card that goes for a lot more than what they're going for usually in that price point. So the reason you want to sort it for program is it makes it easier, because if everyone is seeing legends, for instance, Derek Burke goes for 15K, Lawrence T goes for 24K. So what happens is a lot of people, obviously, if they check the price, they will see that he goes for this much. But when they get their legend pieces, they may kind of just sort through the market and then not realize that they actually can make a lot more profit on these cards. A lot of people just bulk sell things like that. So what you want to do is work your way backwards to the lower overalls. I don't know where all of Lawrence T's cars are, but people do drop these for low prices, and you're able to snipe them and flip them pretty easily. So for instance, right here, if you were to buy this at 15,000 and put it up for 18,000, almost 19,000, right? You could probably put it for 19 and then let that 18.8 sell, and yours would sell right after, because people still will buy these Lawrence T cards. So if you bought this at 15, sold at 18, or 19, you lose almost 2K. You would still technically make 2K, and it's not even really a snipe necessarily, but it kind of is even a snipe if you look at it. But what you can do is obviously work your way up and down through these filters and just wait till you find cards that are snipes. So it's best to find positions that maybe have a couple different players that you could work with, or filter that you could find multiple players in there, things like that. So like I said, you could work your way down, and it works with any overall as well. The lower overalls are usually easier to get snipes, because you only need, for instance, if we were to buy him at 4,000, if we were to sell him at 4,500, if we bought him at 41, we sold him at like 46, we would technically make money. 100 coins, obviously not much, but it's a lot easier because you don't need the gap because of the 10% is so low. But you can work your way back up and down and search for those snipes. So we see one at 1.8 right here in the Lawrence T. I'm looking for another one, and I don't even know. So the next one is at 2.2, but it's pretty far down there. And those are the 82 overall. So make sure you're looking at the right ones, because he also does have an 83 in here, which that is going for 2,500 and then 2,900. And then the next ones are 43. So if there was only one at 25 and not this 29, I would probably go ahead and take it, put it back up for 4, and get 1K profit just like that. And it's pretty easy. You can definitely get tons of these an hour depending on which promo you do. You could also use the Team of the Week promo for this as well. What you're going to want to do, like I said, is you have to find the price points on these cards. So it does take a little bit of work. But for instance, I'm just going to use these 86s, 87s, and go to halfback, see how much there are working with here. So we know Edmonds is right there. Joe Mixon's not expensive. Nyheim Hines isn't expensive. But there is cards that are decently expensive in here. Chris Carson goes for about 10K. And then we know that Devin Singletary should be in here. So he's going for about 30K right now. But what will definitely end up happening, and you could definitely bid on them as well if you do see these, like this Hines at 200. If it gets pretty close, I would probably drop a bid and just see if what you can do with him and Chris Carson. Chris Carson has 5 hours left, so that might be a little hard. But there's tons of people that will just put the cards for the base price. So when you're sorting, I would once again sort up and down is the easiest way to find these cards. Just in my opinion, it's going to be a lot easier. So right here we see 7,000 and it's 200, but it's got 53 minutes left. So we easily could get it for maybe a K or two, depending on how many people see that, how many people are in this filter at that time and things like that. But you work your way up and down, and people will drop cards that are going to be, like I said, they're going to put them at a lot lower price than they actually go for. So right here, I see a Miles Sanders at 3. It does take a little bit of studying the sets. You kind of want to see which sets they go into. You can look at what sets, so you want to see their heroes, because their heroes definitely depend on who will be expensive. That's why Singletary is expensive, is because he's in the Tyreek Hill set. So Miles Sanders right here, I see him at 3.2. I'm looking for another Miles Sanders right here, and I don't even see one. The next one looks like it's at 8K. So I don't know who the week 15 is, but you can definitely go ahead and check that out. I'm just going to go to the set real quick to show you. And you want to see who the hero is. Like I said, you're going to want to do it in whatever the best, whatever you can find that's going to work for you. It's impossible to say the best sniping filter, because as soon as I put it out there, I'm just giving you guys ideas, but as soon as I put it out there, people are going to jump to the Lawrence T, and then it's going to get over and inflated. So right here, Chris Carson and then Kenny Clark. So it's not really a good player. I mean, you could definitely still get Miles Sanders for a decent price. So we can see the differential right here, 32 to 8. But the thing is, you want to make sure, does he actually sell at 8? Because even 8 to 16 would be a profit. So what you can easily do is take the 32, put it for 8. But you maybe want to check Mutthead and see where the prices have sold recently. If they've all been selling at 3 and these ones have just been sitting here. But if you've seen that some of them have sold at 6 or 7K in the last couple hours, I would definitely go ahead and buy this 3, which I haven't done the checking on this one, obviously. But then I would definitely go ahead and buy it. And once you get used to it, you're going to want to sit in the same filters for a while. And the reason is it will help you figure out prices, and you'll know which cards you're looking for. So obviously, if you jump around every promo randomly, you're just going to keep jumping around the snipes, and you're not really going to know what you're looking for unless you come across something that obviously is a ridiculously good snipe. So in MUT Heroes as well, on the offensive side of the ball, David DeCastro goes for a decent amount. So his 86 Alejandro Villanueva has been going for a decent amount as well, which 15K isn't that much for an 86, but it is still a lot more than the 86 overall MUT Heroes. So what you would do once again is you would go to the 85, 86 right here. So we go auctions and trades. What we would want to do is go quality 85, 86 right here, or I guess it's 84, 85 for this. And then you would want to go to MUT Heroes, which should be right here. There it is. And then what you do is, in this promo specifically, what I would do is just sort by teams, or I would sort by positions. I would probably just do positions. It'd probably be easier. And then basically what you're going to want to do is just, like I said, go through it. And then you can see when you come across snipes. And then these ones aren't going to be that full. But once again, people will just put up cards not really paying attention. Was he an 86? I think he was an 86, so maybe I want to go to the 86. I thought for whatever reason. But people will put up cards. You can see there is actually a lot of Villanuevas up. So he's actually a pretty popular card that people are going through. So you could definitely go ahead and find him. Even like I said right here, Carry On sells for 10. You can buy him at 10. These are all snipes because they will sell. Basically, if you bought it at 10.6, you'd have to sell it. You'd lose and you sold it at 14. you would lose 1,400 coins. So then you would basically get like 12,000-ish. So yeah, it's only 1 or 2K. That's not necessarily a quote unquote like snipe necessarily, but it still is decent coins. They sell pretty quickly when you do snipes like that because you're not trying to overprice them. You want to make sure you find the difference, and then you can go ahead and do it. And definitely let me know in the comments with any questions about it. There's tons of different methods. Like I said, it's best to find your own, just because then it's not going to be as crowded most likely. But that being said, you could definitely try some of these out that I showed on the screen today. That being said, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Subscribe and turn on that post notification bell. And as always, I will see you guys next time.